What's going on YouTube? And this is Michael back at it with another Amazon video. So if you are a brand new Amazon seller and you don't know what materials you need to actually start the business, then this video is for you. I'm going to dive into all the materials you need, where to get the best prices, and what you actually need as a brand new seller to start and what you may need down the line. All right, so let's dive into it on my screen here. So first things first, I'm here on the UPS website. This is super important and you must do this. So what you want to do when you first start, go into Google, type in UPS free shipping supplies, and basically what will happen is UPS will ask you to make a free business account. You do it, takes 30 seconds, and then once you do that, you'll be able to order free supplies from the UPS website. As you can see here, you can order shipping labels for free. And you'll see there's a bunch of different shipping labels like international labels, 4x6.25, but the ones you want are the 4x6-inch labels. And you see right here, you get 940 labels per roll. So as an Amazon seller, you never have to pay for shipping labels because you get them for free from UPS. How nice is that, right? I haven't paid for shipping labels since I started Amazon because, UPS sends them for free, so why pay for them? So you just click update supplies order, add it to your cart down here, and you're good to go. You check out, it arrives at your door in a few days. Next, you do have to buy some things, of course, right? So the next thing you need to buy are 2x1 labels. So you see right here on Amazon, just type in 2x1 label, and you can buy any of these thermal labels. 2x1s are what you use. They look like this, and essentially what these are used for is to sticker every single item that you are sending into Amazon for FBA, so Amazon knows it's yours, right? So they're gonna have your little unique identifier on here, and you can really buy any of these options. I typically buy one of the bulk options like this guy down here, $36.99, you get a few thousand of them, or like any of the ones where you get a few thousand is what I typically buy at once. And as you'll see here, like Rollo, which is a big printing brand, they charge $10 for 1,000, but then here you get like 12,000 for $36. So you see, it's a much better deal to just buy bulk. That way you don't have to be buying them constantly. So that's what I do. I typically buy like 10, 20,000 at a time. That way I have them for like a month or two and then restock on them. All right. So besides that, the next thing you're going to need is a thermal printer. You're going to need a printer to print out your shipping labels and to print out your 2x1 SKU labels, right? And you can really just go on Amazon and type in thermal printer and you can buy any of these options. I personally have a Rollo. It's about 200 bucks. This one actually right here I have like 2 or 3 of them actually, but you only need one and you don't need a $200 printer. You're a brand new seller. Just go buy this one for 80 bucks. You see 4,000 people use it every month, has good reviews. Go buy a cheap one for 80 bucks and you'll be good to go. It'll get the job done, okay? Of course, down the line, when you start printing thousands and thousands of labels per month, you're gonna want probably a Rollo, but at the start, one of these cheap ones are completely fine. And the cool thing is, these thermal printers can print the 4x6 labels, but they can also print 2x1 labels. They just have a setting that you have to adjust on the printer, and you can print both out of the same printer. Super cool. And just so you know, a thermal printer does not take ink. That's what thermal means. They use like heat transfer essentially to print out on there, so you don't have to buy ink. So your only expense is this one-time fee, and then you're good to go. Next, you're going to need poly mailers. All right. So poly mailers you'll need if you're doing FBM. So I'm assuming you're a new seller and you're doing FBM, you'll need poly mailers to ship your items out, right? And you would only use poly mailers on non-fragile items such as clothes, socks, hats, backpacks, things that aren't going to break. You throw them in a poly mailer because it's super easy. You just throw it in the mailer, you self-seal it with the self-seal, and then you slap your label on it, you ship it off. So personally me, we FBM lots of clothes every single Christmas, and we go through thousands and thousands of poly mailers. But you're a new seller and you may not be FBMing thousands of the exact same items, so you don't know like what size poly bag you want. So I just recommend buying one of these assortments. You get 4 different sizes, 18 bucks, and that way you have a few of each size. And then once you start seeing what's your like most popular sizes used, then you can go buy like a 500 pack, 1,000 pack, and so on. I personally buy these by the thousands, and I usually use like 9x11s and 12x15s. Those are my most popular sizes, so I just buy a few thousand of each and we're good to go. But as a new seller, the assortment's a pretty good deal. That way you have a few sizes for depending on what you're shipping. Next, you're gonna want poly bags. So poly bags essentially are what you see right here. They're clear poly mailers, but poly bags are used for FBA shipments. So say you have a bundle of a shampoo and a conditioner, you need to send it into FBA, right? And what you got to do is you got to take the shampoo, take the conditioner, put it in a poly bag together, seal it, and then put your FN SKU, the 2x1 label, on the bag. That way Amazon knows those two items go together as the same SKU. And poly bags, they're relatively cheap as well. Like I said before, I do recommend as a new seller, you just buy an assortment like one of these, you get 100 of each size, and you're good to go for a while. Of course, down the line, when you start knowing like what you're using poly bags for, you can just buy a lot of the same size. The one thing you need to note, all your poly bags need to have this suffocation label on here. It's just an Amazon policy. And most poly bags do come with it, the clear ones, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, buy poly bags if you're doing bundles and stuff. And also you're gonna need to poly bag your clothes, you're gonna have to poly bag socks, you're gonna have to poly bag hats. But like say you're shipping in vitamins, like a single vitamin or a single shampoo or a single conditioner, you're not gonna have to poly bag those, you'll just sticker it. But you do need to poly bag a lot of things, so you buy them on Amazon. And you might be thinking, Michael, as like an Amazon seller does 2 million plus a year, are you actually buying all your supplies on Amazon? And yes, I do. Amazon is really the best place because of all the Chinese sellers. You can get really cheap prices on this stuff, especially when you start buying in bulk. Like you can buy 1,000 packs of these, and it's a really good deal. All right, so that's that. Next, bubble mailers. So bubble mailers are going to go back to the FBM sellers. So say you're shipping stuff FBM and it's a little fragile, right? Like say you're shipping lipsticks, blushes, different types of makeups and stuff where it could get smashed in a poly mailer, but then that's why you get a bubble mailer. You throw in the bubble mailer, the bubbles will protect it, and it'll be good to go. It's still better than using a box because, you can fit tiny things in here, and you don't have to worry about taping the box up, which wastes a lot of time. These are easy to ship. As you can see, I actually bought these ones last April. Personally, me nowadays, I actually do buy bubble mailers on another website called Uline because we buy them like in super large quantity for one of our items. And Uline is actually the cheapest place when you're buying like thousands at a time for bubble mailers and specifically. Still, poly mailers I've noticed are still cheaper I've noticed poly mailers are still cheaper on Amazon. All right, next, tape. Tape is super important, right? If you're shipping out boxes, you need tape. If you're FBMing boxes, you need tape. If you're sending boxes into FBA, you need tape because obviously sending in FBA shipments, you're not sending in any poly mailers, everything's going in a box. So you need tape. And you may be thinking, Michael, what tape should I buy? So there's two types of tape. There's 3-inch tape and there's 2-inch tape. I promise you, 3-inch tape is the best. Trust me, I've taped thousands and thousands of boxes, gone through thousands of rolls of tape. 3-inch tape is way better. It's stronger and you can use less tape. It's just overall better experience. I promise you 3-inch tape is the best. As you can see, you can buy any of these. I actually don't buy my tape on Amazon anymore. I buy it on Uline. The reason I buy it on Uline, which I'll show you guys in a minute, is they have a specific 3-inch tape that's like this brown color that I really like. It's a little more expensive, but it's by far the best tape ever. But if you're a new seller like this video is catered towards, just buy your tape on Amazon. It's completely fine. You see, like I was buying this tape back in 2023 when I was still like a fairly new seller, like only a year into it. Now I'm a Uline tape goer. Next, you're going to need a tape gun. This is essentially, you put your tape roll in here and that way you can dispense your tape really easily. Any of these are fine. Just buy a cheap one and you'll be good to go. But make sure if you buy 3-inch tape, you need a 3-inch tape gun because they're going to be different for 2-inch tape versus 3-inch tape. So get a 3-inch tape gun. Next, you need shipping boxes for shipping your items into FBA, right? So if you're shipping items into FBA, you need shipping boxes. And Walmart has the cheapest shipping box options. You can also buy them from Home Depot, Lowe's, U-Haul. They all have good boxes, but if you want the cheapest ones and a pretty good ones, Walmart is the place to go. I personally get all my FBA boxes from Walmart and they actually give free shipping, which is super nice. So you can just buy them in bulk. As you see down here, you can buy 25 count. So you just get like 100, 200 delivered at a time to your warehouse or your house. And then last but not least, plain boxes. And you may be thinking, Michael, why would I need a plain box? Well, if you're doing FBM shipments, you don't want to be throwing your, like say you're shipping shoes or stuff where you need to box them up, right? You don't want to reuse like a box that says Target on the side or a box that says Walmart on the side because it's unprofessional, Someone went on Amazon and bought a pair of Nike shoes, right? and then they show up in their house in like a used Target box. That looks shitty. So you put them in a brand new all brown box, comes up professional, you don't have to worry about issues. And Uline's the place to do it. Box prices here range in price, like as you see, as low as 32 cents. And then they go up to several dollars, depending on the box size, depending on how thick the box is. For example, if you're shipping out shoes, you're going to actually want a 14 by 10 by 6 box for any shoe like up to like size 11, which is 82 cents on Uline. But then if you're shipping like bigger size shoes like 12 plus, you're probably going to want a 16 by 10 by 6 box, which is 85 cents on Uline. So that's what you need. And like I said before, if you really want my go-to tape that we do buy, you can go to Uline here, and it's this tape right here. It's $3.15 per roll if you buy at least 48. And they give you a tape gun. If you buy 48 rolls, you get a free tape gun with it. I recommend this tape. It's my favorite tape. We actually literally go through like 1,000 rolls like every month of this tape, by far the best. And then so in the end of the day, now you're thinking, Michael, what supplies do I actually need? Well, you got to think about this. If you're doing FBM, the supplies you need are the 4x6 labels to label all your shipments. You need a thermal printer, and you need either polymailers, boxes, and tape, depending on what you're FBMing. If you're sending in FBA shipments, you're going to need your 2x1 labels, also your 4x6, your thermal printer, your tape, shipping boxes, and that's about it. And poly bags maybe if you are doing bundles or clothes or anything of that nature. So, but that's all the supplies you need. As you can see, you can buy them on Amazon. It's super easy. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video or have any questions about supplies that you guys need, just drop it down in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer, or shoot me a DM on Instagram. And if you want more videos like this, please drop a like. I'll show me you guys are enjoying the video so I know to make more. And also, if you guys want one-on-one coaching from me directly, where I'll personally help you grow and scale your Amazon business, then just click the link down below to apply for the program, and you'll speak to one of my success managers who will tell you if you are a good fit or not. And just so you know, we don't take everyone. We only take people who are hardworking and have money to scale their business super quickly, just like I did when I started all those years ago. So, in the end of the day, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.